You know we're going to have to do a Magic the Gathering episode, right?
I still have this dream of doing like a cartoon episode of a Magic game, the way it plays out, but animate it into like this epic movie version. And my favorite thought about that is when you don't get mana and everyone's sitting there looking at each other, like whoever your planeswalker is, just kind of looking around going, I don't know what to do.
I'm going to wait.
You guys go on. Wait. Oh, go ahead. All
right. No, I got you. I'm missing my white mana.
Yeah. Could have picked a different. Well, I don't really know that there's a better color. Green would have been.
Green, blue, red, no.
No.
Black, no.
White, probably not.
So blue and green.
Blue and green.
Blue and green mana. So
all
now
my
I have
friends
to make,
are red and green.
Now I have to make a blue and green deck to not be racist?
I mean, just when you're talking about it. Can you do blue and green, do you think? I never really thought about that.
Oh, that would be a lot of counterspells, instants, and growth.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
That's weird.
That might actually be a great deck.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
New challenge. Because I'm getting sick of winning.
Ooh. Welcome to More Space Required, where my co-host Josh, linked to the cat Kasabian, and I compile our 71 years of useless knowledge and try to hammer it into something coherent and thoughtful. So let's jettison that data trash and talk some more about Biomutant. And if you look up here, this feels so stupid.
Doesn't it, though?
You'll find a link to our other video.
Part 1.
Part 1. That video, probably. Not. You probably won't find, like, Noah's Lark on here. But
well, actually, so when the episode's over, it does recommend a video. Well, I can put as many as I fucking want, but at the end of the video, it should recommend another video. And in this case, I'm going to make sure it recommends Noah's Lark.
All right, cool.
It's a good episode.
It sounds like it could be.
It's episode 12.
12
also
episodes.
Episode 1 on YouTube. We like to make it real confusing here at More Space Required.
Like, it's like Final Fantasy 1 or 6. What do you think it is?
You don't know.
No
Maybe
one
it's
knows.
Tactics X13.
I like Tactics. That's a different. I think that's a poor man's game.
Wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Tax and sticks. You don't know what you're going to step on.
You don't know.
Walk, mother. So we were talking about Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, and how it relates to
Biomutant.
Biomutant. Well, we were actually just kind of talking about Zelda. Breath of the Wild.
But now I think we should go back and talk about how that relates to this new game that we're excited about playing.
All right, Cronkite.
Walter?
By the way,
Jimmy.
our producer would like to let you know to put your left arm the fuck down.
I gotta get it. We gotta switch
Camera.
places.
We don't. This is my good side.
Oh, what are you doing?
Showing my good side.
Stop. Fucking Buffalo Bill. Cat, you got a bucket
Puts the
around here?
microphone in front of its face, Tyler.
Doesn't rhyme. Not as good. Worst serial killer. Do you see?
Do you see?
So yeah, it's kind of the way it looks is what kind of reminds me, and then also that. So things you may not know, a lot of the environment is gated off. It'll be too cold, or it'll be too hot, or it'll be radioactive.
The only thing I know is that it's like one of them is toxic.
Yeah, I think there's 4 of them. One of them has no oxygen. One of them is cold. One of them is hot. And
now,
one of them
so in that same reference, a lot of Zelda is gated off.
That's another thing.
Cold and
you gotta
heat,
wear
I think, are the 2 big ones.
Or Valheim if you want. Just cold though.
Yeah, just cold.
Yeah.
I do love that game though. Can we do an episode about Valheim?
I don't. We gotta get on that body recovery squad.
Yeah, I was part of Fuel Rats for like a day.
Those guys are cool.
No one called me, and I got bored.
Yeah, well.
Here's the thing. Here's how I know that you can remember your microphone from now on. Use it as a comedy piece. Then I got bored.
Oh,
You gotta.
You're more of the physical comedy. I'm more of the intellectual.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So yes. So environment gated off. I do know. And again, my limited knowledge. You know a lot more about Biomutant than I do, but I do know a lot of it is very open. This is not a handhold linear, anywhere near a linear game.
Yeah, does not
as
seem
far
to
as
be.
we can tell.
Yeah.
May 25th might come out. By the 26th, you and I could be like, how do we refund?
Yeah, could be. I don't think so, but maybe.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
And we'll get into why both of us don't think so at the end of this very large TED Talk in regards to Biomutant.
Mm-hmm.
But you were saying.
Yeah, so... And aesthetically, I think the similarities are just that they're different because in Biomutant, you play a mouse, rat, dog thing. And in Zelda, it's kind of just a cartoon. And so they're not, neither one of them's going for like photorealistic.
No.
Although both are beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Cyberpunk. You know what I mean? Where you can see the bulge in the hooker's pants on the street.
It always comes back to Cyberpunk.
That's where we started, I figure.
It is kind of where we started.
We'll circle back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing it physically ever.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm done with that one.
I think in a year that game will be great. But, or dead and CD Projekt Red will close.
Yeah.
Who knows? Although the lead
Left. Gone.
Yeah, the lead for The Witcher 3. Apparently, he's a dick.
Is he?
Yeah, that's why he left. There was an internal investigation about him in regards to his treatment of employees, which cleared him. He was cleared. And then he sent out a letter to the staff. He's like, so apparently people are afraid of me. And when I'm around, I cause massive anxiety and anger and people cry. So I'm going to leave.
That's not a dick move, though. But I get, that would be the right thing to do because...
Here's the thing. I don't have a whole
That's a
lot of
weird
trust, and I hope you get this reference, and therefore you can make the joke. But it was an internal CD Projekt Red investigation.
I'm going to come down on me harder than you ever will.
Precisely. I've got no faith that they would, and it's one of their top executives. He started as a tester. He moved up into...
Go turn that love lens off.
I thought it was on silent. It's on vibrate.
I was talking about mine.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a vibe. Never mind.
So, fair point.
Thanks.
He started off as a tester, moved his way up. He was eventually, he got higher and higher in each Witcher game. He was the creative lead.
Doing that dope. No wonder the game went sideways. Do you remember the model?
Let's make every side quest its own story.
No. Don't design the characters, just a camera. What I want you to do is take this extra-dimensional monster and have it march through the streets of Night City, and no one will know. Did you ever see that thing?
No.
The actual character model of your character?
Oh, yeah. No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, when I played I was
it's like Cthulhu had a bad dream.
I played it on a NVIDIA 2080, and I was like, motherfucker, I got ray tracing. Why can't I see the reflection of my character? Oh, because it's fucking Lovecraftian terrifying.
Yeah.
So, back to Biomutant.
Yes.
Every tangent leads back to Cyberpunk 2077.
Very upset.
The part of why I'm excited about it is... again, goes back to the game you didn't like, is it does. Aesthetically, yes, it's different, but it does share a lot with Breath of the Wild.
However, the thing that I am excited in that environment...
That was so well done.
Thank you. Is the thing that it also shares with, I think, is going to level out the things that I don't like from Zelda. That what looks to be like highly combo-heavy, almost frenetic strategic combat.
And we mentioned it a little bit in the last episode or part one or whatever of Devil May Cry-ish.
Yeah.
And I had thought that, I think you had thought that, and then now the previews are saying it's got, because, and I think the reason why there's a lot of games out there that are very combo heavy combat. I think the reason why Devil May Cry continues to be the comparison of choice is the mix between melee and firearms.
Except number 2, we accept that.
Well, also except DMC.
Is that the Team Ninja one?
I don't know.
Did you play that
was
one?
that Team Ninja? I played it. I don't remember who
like
made
the
it.
modern,
but
where
he's got like short hair.
Yeah.
It was dog shit.
Oh, I didn't play it.
Fucking
I love that
awful.
developer though. They did
Ninja Gaiden, right?
No, they did
Team Ninja.
Yeah, they may have done Gaiden, but they also did Into the West or whatever.
Enslaved?
Enslaved.
Okay, so
Same developer.
that was another comparison that we don't have in our notes that I
didn't
did
actually
want to
think
get
about that
to.
too. Yeah, until just now.
Is it very... Of all the aesthetics, it looks like a
it's that
more
post-apocalyptic
stylized
with
Enslaved.
nature.
Exactly, it's the nature. It's very vibrant, colorful.
Yeah.
The main character in Enslaved is like half monkey because it is the Chinese Into the West story. But Devil May Cry. I have a on again and off again relationship with Devil May Cry. I loved Devil May Cry, I think 3. And I might be wrong if this is the right one or not, but it's the one where it starts off, he's got his own little detective store, and the first cinematic, he's eating pizza.
Yeah, DM3.
I loved
DMC3.
that game, not necessarily for the gameplay, but the cinematics. Like, it started with that in media res, slow motion, very subtle sound of him fighting his brother Dante. And it was beautiful. Like, the cinematics
It's so
at
funny
the
you
time,
bring that up.
Okay.
Because for me, it's the complete opposite.
Really?
I love the gameplay, and every time I go to a cinematic, it's like all that cool shit I just did. You're going to make me say some dumb shit with my shirt off and my trench coat, and I'm so mad at you. Comb my hair!
First of all, if you're going to mention the trench coat, I believe it's law that you do have to mention it as a diesel trench coat.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I forgot.
No, it's very much fucking
forgot about
diesel.
that. Yeah, the total tie-in.
That's real important. Which, by the way, eventually I do want to do an episode about Japanese video games and how much marketing tie-in they do
with fashion.
Final Fantasy, whatever it was that had fucking Noodle Cup, Death Stranding that had an entire fucking fashion line of all their gear. The Final Fantasy is again that had all the fucking fashion
Advent
lines.
Children, they did a thing.
Of course they fucking did.
Fashion
There's
thing.
a pair of sunglasses that are from Metal Gear Solid 5 from Konami. Phantom Pain, that like every time a pair of sunglasses come up, a little subtitle comes up and it's like, it's part of the Solid Snake collection. Like, what the fuck? What? Fuck you. In any case,
I mean,
I loved the cinematics. Oh, absolutely.
Their dolls are dressed nice. I just don't always like the way they move.
Touche.
Thank you.
Well, actually, reverse. I like the way they move. I hate the way they speak.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I hated the audio in the cinematics. But if you can think back to that time, they were mo-capped and fucking phenomenal. That fight scene in the detective agency in the beginning with the pizza, fucking crazy good.
I mean, and at the time when it's like probably 2003 or so. Producer, look up.
Producer, when did Devil May Cry 3 come out?
Yeah, it's gotta be
early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
No, Devil May Cry 3.
And also, I think it was supposed to.
Yes. Yeah. 2005. Yeah.
But yeah, at the time, there's not a lot.
Yeah, it was truly incredible.
Yeah, for action style video game cinematics for sure.
I don't like Dark Souls.
Yeah, I don't either.
I didn't like Sekiro.
I don't either. And I like very mechanics. Like God of War, Shank. We were talking about.
I loved the old God of Wars. I love the new God of War.
I like the combat in the originals better than I did this one. It was good.
I am so the reverse on that.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but I like. It's almost arcadey mechanics.
You tend to like something that is much more fast paced.
Yeah, Dark Souls. I was gonna say it's just too slow.
Dark Souls is too slow for me. I agree with you on that.
And Sekiro was good, but it's like there's so much going on that I don't really understand.
Do you know why I like Ghost of Tsushima so much? Is because I've always wanted a samurai or ninja game without magic or demons.
Yeah.
That's all I fucking wanted.
And they did the multiplayer.
And then the fucking... Although I did enjoy the multiplayer.
For a minute.
But I enjoyed the fact that it was samurai fighting fucking other kind of samurai. Or technically... No, there's some Ronin that you fought. But I enjoyed that fact that it wasn't like, all right, I've got my blade and I'm going to come into this fight. And he's 16 feet tall and has wings.
Cut his toes.
Fuck, I hate that. And that's why I couldn't get into Sekiro.
Yeah.
Didn't do it for me. Plus, man, I like it when a game's hard.
I liked Onimusha.
Okay, yeah.
It had that fantasy, that Asian fantasy thing.
Onimusha?
Nope. Shit.
Yeah, fuck you. What is it?
Onimusha.
Onimusha.
Yeah, demon.
Yeah.
Demon noodle, I think is what that means.
Wasn't there one?
Fucking,
wasn't there one
the
game
professional.
with the French dude? Yeah, Leon is fucking in one
he's
of them.
in it.
Yeah.
I think he had a whip or something. It was very strange.
He was also in Godzilla 2000.
Yeah, he was. He was great.
That's a shame.
What is that guy's name? Luke.
Producer.
I'm sure it's Luke something. Luke Besson?
No, Luke Besson's the guy who did Leon the Professional and Fifth Element.
Oh,
who, by the way, hit or fucking miss.
Yeah, he did that fantasy movie too, right?
Fantasy movie?
Yeah, that sci-fi.
He did Lucy?
When they're jumping through different dimensions. It's a French comic book, I think. Anyway.
What's the name of the actor who plays Leon the Professional?
What is his name?
I can't. Well, we're about to find out.
I wonder what happened. Do you think he retired or someone found out some shit? Or like he... Jean Reno. She does that better than we do.
Well, Canadian.
Fair.
They have to learn French.
Yeah.
And then she forgot most of it, but she does get the pronunciations right.
Yep, nailed it. She thought of Johnny Cap's French thug.
So, oh God.
We probably can't do it. It's probably inappropriate. But
it is. However, if you're listening or watching this podcast, please look up Johnny Caparulo. His stand-up is his first stand-up special, which I can't remember the name of. It's on Comedy Central. It was fucking amazing. Put it in D. It stands for fucking go.
Yeah.
Awesome. But where the fuck were we at on this? Oh, right. I don't like games that are so brutally difficult that I have to replay the same section over and over and over and over again until I perfectly memorize the moves.
But I like it to be... It's okay if it's difficult if you give me the tools to do it myself.
And that's where
I don't want to get like it doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to do a perfect run, but when I do one,
I want that little fucking S.
Yeah.
And that's where my on again off again relationship with Devil May Cry is. I started playing Devil May Cry when I was young, 2005. I played the first game years before. I played the first
And how
Devil
come
May Cry.
Dark Souls isn't a Gaiden-like? Why is everything Souls-like?
Because Gaiden was fast-paced.
True.
And didn't have a stamina bar. Anything that's a Souls-like is usually something that has a stamina bar, is much more slow-paced combat.
Which, Biomutant, you do.
You have a stamina bar?
Mm-hmm.
I'm mildly bummed out about that.
So you probably don't know anything about the classes yet.
I know, again, I am very top-level, high-level.
Mm-hmm.
But just to finish up the part about...
Top level, high level?
Yeah. Vertical slice, bitch.
You know what?
Vertical slice.
I still don't know what it means, but I enjoyed the dance.
You pigeon-ass motherfucker with your fucking up and down shit. I can do a little top-level
I know I
vertical
said I
slice
enjoyed
dance.
it, yeah.
Yeah, but you said it with some stank.
Well, I put a lot of stank on things I do.
So, to finish off the Devil May Cry reference, I played the first Devil May Cry and the second one when I was younger, high school, and hated
You should try
it.
it when you're older.
And I fucking hated it. And I think the issue was...
The spider? Was it the spider boss?
I fucking hate every spider in every fucking video game.
In the world.
Every fucking high fantasy video game's like, hey, guess what? Spiders!
Yeah, dude. Tolkien did it too. Blame Tolkien.
A game that I love,
Shalab.
Dragon's Dogma. Remember that one? That's a great fucking... I'm replaying it recently.
Yeah.
Spiders in that one.
Is
Little
there?
tiny ones. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they mean nothing. Kind of
I
like,
liked
remember
that
when
the
the
wolves
bats...
would just eat you alive.
The wolves were fucking vicious. But remember the bats would show up in dungeons?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, well, there's also little spiders that shoot venom at you for no fucking reason. They're one-hit kills, and there's no purpose of them
They're
being there.
spiders.
It's really fucking annoying.
Trying to go for realism.
But the first two games I played, I was terrible at it. And I think that's why I hated it, is because I wasn't good at video games. And now I went back and played they did a remaster of Devil May Cry 3. I fucking loved it. Like, the combat's so much fun.
Yeah. That's like, you watch the trailers, there's a lot of flipping, there's a lot of jumping, hitting people into the air and juggling and shit, and that's cool.
Yeah.
To me. Because it's like a thing that you're doing, you're interacting. Like we were talking about, Grand Theft Auto not being like much of a game to me.
Because it's a very poor shooter
Yeah.
that just happens to be an open world.
Yeah.
If they gave me Call of Duty or Destiny shooting
Yeah.
in Grand Theft Auto, I'd be far more into it.
Or what's the other multiplayer? You're in the squad in New York after the
Division.
Yeah.
Bullet Sponge.
Yeah.
Drives me fucking nuts
Yeah,
and
that
don't
part
any good
sucks,
moves.
but I like the
Although,
movement.
hysterically, you want to talk about games we were disappointed in? Grand Theft Auto Online. You and I were looking forward to this whole fucking heisty, robbing liquor stores, driving away kind of thing that would have been fun. And it wasn't that
I think
at all.
now it is though, right?
No, everything is still gated in these instances. There's all these fucking loads. Like, it just, I don't know, bummed me out. But that is what I see as the comparisons to Devil May Cry. And initially when I heard that, I was disappointed. But the more I kept thinking on it, the more I'm excited about it. So that brings me up to, and I don't remember this game well, but we've got it in our notes because you brought it up, Shank.
Yeah. So it was an Xbox Live Arcade game.
Is this the 2D one?
Yeah, where you basically played Machete.
Yeah. Machete / Bane, if I remember correctly. Didn't he have like a mask?
So you're remembering the multiplayer that came with it.
Okay.
When you did survival screens, it was like almost like a Donkey Kong. Like there'd be multiple levels that you had to jump and kill enemies and survive and get weapons. And
Yeah,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah. The thing that I loved about Shank is it is that, I mean, you can jump on a dude, you can stab a dude, you can do roll, and like once you start chaining all of these things together, and with the amount of enemies they throw at you, like the fun of it is, it's almost like a murder puzzle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how can I get rid of these enemies?
I believe that's the original Rockstar game Manhunt, sir.
Yeah, that's true. But like, how can I deal with these obstacles in a way that is both flashy and satisfying? And it's that same kind of DMC, Ninja Gaiden, what looks to be Biomutant, is how cool can I make this look while I progress? And that's on me. It's not...
Exactly.
It's not like a God of War mash X to live thing.
Well, that's always been... I do want to look cool when
Yeah.
I'm playing a video game. I want my character to do cool shit.
Yeah.
And it's always driven me nuts. Like, I never got into the Final Fantasy games for the sheer turn-based aspect of it. Because I'm watching this cutscene where my dude is running up a fucking building and then shoots a fireball and then jumps down and slams his sword. And then the actual gameplay is...
Yeah.
Ha!
Yeah.
For people listening, I'm bouncing up and down.
He is.
And then randomly attacking.
Yeah. Well,
And-
attacking's a strong word. He's
Go
dusting.
back. Go back and play
I
Final
think
Fantasy
you're flicking
7.
glitter.
Go
no,
back.
I know. You're not wrong. But I like the
Or
strategic...
waiting for 5 minutes for the fucking 900th time I've seen Shiva show up.
It's pretty annoying. But yeah, I mean, that's a different kind of strategy thing. This is like have fun doing it and make it look good on your own, which to me I enjoy.
That's actually why I really enjoyed the new God of War's combat, and why I enjoyed Spider-Man PS4. Is
once you get
I could get down and it would be fucking rad.
And Batman too, but like once you got the Blades of Chaos or whatever they're called.
Spoilers.
I said spoilers.
You never actually got there.
Oh
yeah.
Well, I meant to. Then that game opened up a lot to me and became a lot more fun.
Really? Because I had
switching between them. And
I had so much fun with the fucking axe.
The axe
alone.
is great.
Like I'd plant an axe in a dude, fist fight one guy, pull the axe back, it trips somebody, come down on him. It was fucking awesome.
Well, you keep like going down on dudes, but
First of all, Tyler, this is 2021.
Mm-hmm.
That's not okay.
I honestly feel really bad about that now. Thank you. Fair point.
I make a couple every so often. So,
however, counterpoint, if it was 1920, it's still not okay.
Point.
Yeah.
That's one for you.
Yep.
One for me.
Staying even.
So that brings me on to, I did list another game here. I think we covered most of it in Breath of the Wild, but I will bring it up. And it's not so much that Biomutant is basing it off this, because Biomutant's much older, which, by the way, producer... I called for the producer, because you guys probably won't hear this, and her immediate reaction was, Josh, sit up. Fair point. Can you please look up when Breath of the Wild came out? What? Just Breath of the Wild. They haven't made the sequel yet.
Yeah. So
there's an interesting thing there.
This game was announced.
Which means they had already been working on it. So... That raises that interesting question is, did Biomutant, like the game I was about to bring up, Genshin Impact, which is very much straight up stealing from Breath of the Wild. There's no doubt about it. But if if Biomutant was announced in 2017, Breath of the Wild came out in 2017, would they have been able to
if you listen,
would it have influenced them?
If you listen to the developer talk, the team is only like 20 people.
It's small. Yeah.
What he wanted to do was make a kung fu fable set in a post-apocalyptic world, because he does.
So Jade Empire meets Mad Max, which, by the way, can we get a fucking remake?
Yeah, that'd be great. Highly underrated. You're talking about Jade Empire, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
I fucking love Jade Empire.
And honestly,
Jade Empire is one of my favorite games of all time.
I think it's weird you bring that up. I think I saw. Pardon me, I'm gonna look this up. I think they worked on Mad Max.
That would be interesting. But part of what does have me excited about Biomutant is my love and memory of Jade Empire.
Yeah.
And the heydays of BioWare before EA bought them, gutted them, sold them for parts. Hey, you guys make great single-player, story-driven experiences. Here's a Destiny clone we'd like you to develop. What the fuck? By the way, what's that dude from the bar? What's his name?
Which one?
The guy I kind of made feel bad about his life choices.
Oh, I don't.
Casey, Corey? Is it Corey?
You gonna do that right now?
Yeah, sort of.
Corey,
I was always right.
Fair. We'll take that one. Jesus. That's a weird doc, so I'm not gonna do. Biomutant. I swear that one of the developers or the lead developer on Biomutant worked on Mad Max, the video game.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't inspire confidence in me. That game was super boring.
Yeah, I didn't play it. A
was
lot of people like that game.
A lot of people called it a sleeper hit. I vehemently disagree. It was extraordinarily repetitive.
I don't know. I feel like I saw that somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong.
We'll post a correction.
But why'd that come up?
Because I mentioned Jade Empire.
Oh, we were
Jade
talking
Empire
about
meets Mad Max.
We were talking about how much
I don't
influence
think
Breath of the
Biomutant
Wild
could have been influenced by Breath of the Wild.
But I would imagine when Breath of the Wild came out and was so successful, if they already had this
think
thing
they maybe
going,
pivoted a little?
Well, I think if they went to THQ and be like, "Hey, we're doing something kind of like that. Just give us the time to do it," then THQ may have been. Maybe that's why they've been so giving. As far as time goes.
Well, the other thing that I liked about Biomutant is I did see a small. It was a brief interview I saw it a couple months ago, and he didn't straight up reference Cyberpunk 2077, but he clearly referenced Cyberpunk 2077 when he was like, "Yeah, we haven't released a release date until recently, because for the entire last year, all we've been doing is QA.
Yeah, fixing bugs.
All we've been doing is fixing. With the game's done, we're just cleaning it up because we want you to have the best experience. Unlike some other fucking games. Not gonna name names, Keanu. Which, by the way, I am saying it here. It is recorded. It's on the internet.
Let's do it.
Fuck Keanu Reeves in that role. Nick Cage
would have been better.
Nick Cage would have been fucking. Tell me, would have been. God.
Yeah, would have been good.
So upsetting.
Would have been good.
God damn it, that's upsetting.
We'll call him. We'll see if we can do a rewrite.
So we're gonna check in real quick with our producer. How are we on time? 5 minutes.
So we'll talk about what we want to talk about. I'll tell you what I want to talk about in the next video. In this short series, I want to tell you about some stuff you don't know about Biomutant that also has me excited. From the breeds to the classes, and also the way character creation works.
Okay.
And then also what they've said about that. I don't remember what game it was recently, but like the idea that once you pick like a class, you're not stuck into it. The way that can evolve into something else. Yeah. Which I think was Cyberpunk too. They talked about that. Weird. A little bit. So when you come back, that's what we'll be talking about.
And I want to talk to you about the reason why I'm excited, which is far less detailed, but more along the lines of if this game ends up being what I want, what it could possibly mean for the gaming industry as a whole.
Do yours first, so that when I give you information, we'll see if you're disappointed, and then we'll talk about that last thing.
Well, no. Maybe.
Maybe.
You good?
Yep.
All right, bye.